Good morning, everyone. Yesterday, I was talking about taking the data from my banyan tree and making a network graph with it. So today, I'm going to show you a quick video on how to do that. I'm not going to get into the little details of how I colorized or did those things. I'll make a different video about that, or you can ask questions in the Facebook group and I'll try to answer them. So a network graph is basically two things. It shows you the points or the people for us and the connections between those people. So for genetic genealogists like us, we're using DNA centimorgans that connect people together. So for this person, we can see with the thickness of the lines, that shows how many centimorgans are shared. So we have some distant cousins, and then probably a sibling or a first cousin relationship between these two people here. Let's get started. So in order to make a network graph, I'm using Flourish, which is just an app on the internet, and I use a Google account to set up my account with Flourish. Um, I'm going to need a spreadsheet of some sort. I just use my Google Sheets, and I'm going to, of course, need my banyan tree, which I've added all the different DNA connections into already. The first thing we're going to grab are the connections, the lines between the people. So I'm going to open my spreadsheet and I'm going to get the connections from Banyan. So the way that I do that is I run a calculation, new calculation, validation, and run. And that's going to compare all the different people who have DNA connected between them. And I just grab that using my Pro Tools shared matches um, to put that information in. Takes a second to run. There we go. So this is what you'll see when you finish your validation calculation. And we want to grab all of these things. So our person A is one circle in the network graph, and then person B is another circle in the network graph. And this shows that there's a connection between these two of 12 centimorgans. The way that I'm going to grab all of that is I'm going to Control A, so hold Control and tap A, and that's going to highlight everything on this page. Then I'm going to hold Control and hit C to copy all of that. Come over to my first empty cell, so 1A, Control V to paste it. There's some extra stuff, video here, it was taken from video over here. So all this information was taken from there. We don't want that. So I'm just going to highlight it, right click on my mouse and delete those rows. Then I'm going to scroll down and it's going to have everybody that's on the page behind it. I've anonymized all the people in my tree so you can't actually see their names. And I'm going to delete those rows as well. There we go. So now I just have the information that we need. And I can X out of here. So we'll call this one our lines. And now we need to go get our dots. So I'm going to add a new sheet. And the way that we get our dots or our people is we go to this group here. And this part is a little bit tedious. So to make sure I'm only grabbing people who have DNA information, I go to my little funnel here next to DNA tested funnel, and I'm going to choose yes and apply. I'm going to make sure I'm on the first page. I'm going to go up beside my first name, and I'm going to hold my mouse button down and drag across to highlight everybody. Control C to copy. Up here to 1A, Control V to paste. And I'm going to keep doing that for all 4 pages. So page 2, just going to click in the middle to get rid of that highlight, get it beside my name, drag holding my mouse button down to highlight everybody, Control C to copy. I'm going to paste it in the next cell. Then I'm going to go to page 3, click in the middle to get rid of the highlight, beside the name, holding my mouse button down, drag to collect everyone, Control C to copy them all, Control V to paste. And then on my last page, same thing, Control C, Control V. Now we have some of these extra rows that we don't need. So you can just click beside it, delete the row, click, delete the row, click, delete that row, and click and highlight a few, oh, not that one, and delete those rows. If I were to delete that one, I would come up here and undo it and then try again. All right, we can organize them, and we can see we have everyone that we need. Let's go make our network graph. We have all the information that we need. So I'm going to take my Flourish. I like to have them side by side, and we're going to go start a new visualization. We're going to scroll down past all these different gorgeous charts that they have until we see network graph. There's 2 different network graphs. I guess there's more than 2. I want to use this one. We're going to go to data, and they've already pre-populated their table. So we have to delete that information. So I'm just going to highlight everything and get rid of it all. Go delete. And we're going to get rid of all their people. Highlight everybody. It's probably a faster way to get rid of them. I don't know what it is. And we're going to, oops, just hit the delete button. Oh no. Delete. All right. So these are our points or our people. I'm going to highlight my people, copy them, go up to the top and paste. Pasting again is Control V. So there's all my people now. I have mine colorized based on their families. I did that using their birth dates. So I'm going to copy those and paste them in. Now we'll go to the links. Those are the lines. I don't care for their relationships. So I'm going to delete that column. I'm going to delete these last 4 columns as well, because all I want is person A, person B, and the shared amount of centimorgans between them. So I can delete all of these. I'm not going to take the person A, person B. I'm going to go just underneath to cell 2. And I'm going to highlight it all, Control C to copy, come over to their number 2, Control V to paste. And there you have it. So here is my network graph. Make it a little bit bigger so we can look at it and play around. I like to do 800 by 800 to make it a little bit more spaced out. You come over here to advanced, go to the repulsion, and you can do the up arrow to push them apart until it fills your screen a little bit more. I'm finding that the lines are a little bit pale. So I'm going to go to links. I'm going to change the color to black. I'm going to up the opacity just a little bit so I can see them a little bit better. The labels right now, it's set to auto. When I hover over, it's going to show me the different labels. So those would be names instead of numbers. I just have it for privacy. Oh, I also like to change the minimum width in the links to 1 to give it a little bit more visibility. And I'll drop the opacity. There. So my opacity is 0.2. My minimum width is 1. My color is black in the links. Labels, you can have it to show all the labels if you would like. That'll show all your names. Or you can have it set to on hover. So I hover over it, it'll show me that one. Or if you go to auto, it'll show you who you have and who they're connected to. Um, so again, advanced repulsion will spread them out. I like to go to custom size 800 by 800 to see them all. You can also do a radial chart. This would, of course, be all their names. And these are the different groups of people that I did with their birth dates. So I could hide any family that I don't want to be paying attention to right now. And that will help out a little bit. If I don't want to see my dad's family, I could get rid of them. If I don't want to see a few families, you can get rid of them to see, oh, this is how this set of families all connect. And I can bring the other families back in and look at them. And it would work the same with the network graph. So I could get rid of my dad's family, and that changes how it looks.